Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8 Second Gaming, and Respawn may actually be listening to the players' feedback and finally doing something that we've all been hoping for. Season 16 might be an Operation Health type deal, so we're going to be diving into that and talking about it, breaking it down, and by the end of this video you guys will not be confused about what that means. But just quickly, if you guys are interested in getting better at Apex, then you definitely need to check out the GameLeap website. Over there we have hundreds of in-depth courses made by top level players, all to make you the best player you could possibly be. We have legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, and much more. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, and start to improve today. But okay, let's jump back into the video now, and there's a few things that we gotta cover. What is Operation Health? Why do we think it's happening? And what would that entail? Well, to start off with, Operation Health is a term that came from Rainbow Six Siege. Every time R6 does a new season, it's called a new operation. And like Apex, every time there's a new season, they usually release new characters. But a few years ago, Rainbow Six realized that their game was in a bit of a bad spot. There were cheaters everywhere, the game servers were bad, there's just a bunch of stuff wrong with it. So what Ubisoft did was launched Operation Health, where they didn't release any new characters and all they did was focus on the state of the game and making it better. At first it didn't sit well with a couple people because they were really upset that they weren't getting any new operators, any new maps, anything like that, but eventually people came around to realize how good of a thing it actually is. If the game that you're playing is actually getting a lot better in terms of everything that's wrong with it, in Apex's case maybe footsteps, cheaters, the rank system, there's a bunch of stuff that they could be working on, then not getting any new characters isn't that bad of a thing. So that's what Operation Health is. Whenever you hear somebody talk about that, it just comes from Rainbow Six Siege, and it's just the devs focusing on the state of the game rather than releasing new characters. So why do people think that that's coming into Apex? Well, one of the main reasons is we don't really know any new legends that are coming into the game. Usually by this time in the season, we get some hints with the game files and data leakers showing who the next legend is going to be. But right now, the data leakers have found zip, zilch, zero, nothing on any new characters. And Respawn does have a bunch of characters on the back burner ready to be put into the game whenever they deem necessary. There was a huge leak all the way back in March. There's a bunch of characters that could be ready to go, but if they're not putting them into the game next season, it's probably because they're doing an Operation Health and focusing their team on other aspects. So if everybody's focusing on the game, it means that we could be getting some absolutely massive fixes to what's wrong with it. The footstep audio has always been bad, the matchmaking right now is absolutely horrible, the rank system is in a bit of a bad state right now, there's a lot of things wrong in Apex, and Respawn might actually realize that and think that they need to be putting everyone's attention on the game rather than a new legend. But me personally, I don't mind Respawn not adding any more characters into the game right now if they're actually focusing on fixing a bunch of other aspects. I know that some people were really hoping for next season to have a new medic come into the game because right now the only medic character is really Lifeline and she's not that meta right now. But if we're being real with ourselves, what would you rather have? A working game or a new medic character? I'd take the working game. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you rather have a new character or would you rather have them focus on the game? But what does this mean for the grand scheme of Apex? How does everything work after this is all said and done? Well, if it is actually an Operation Health and it's exactly like Rainbow Six Siege, then after it's all done, they just go back to normal. After Rainbow did their Operation Health, they started to add characters back into the game, they started to add new maps in, it was just all back to normal. And in Apex's case, next season, they'd add a new legend in, they'd go to the old maps, blow up an old POI, put a new one in. It would be just a regular season again. With these Operation Health, it doesn't really change the future of it and how it runs afterwards. All it does is take one season to focus solely on the game, nothing else. And afterwards, once everything's working again, then they just go back to doing what they used to do, and hopefully with a better system behind it so that they don't have to worry about that every single time they launch a season. But now I want to hear from you guys, the community. If there is actually an Operation Health coming into the game, would you be okay with it? Do you want Respawn to do it? Will you forego a new character so that we get actual working stuff in the game? Or would you rather them continue to add the new legends in and slowly work on the stuff behind the scenes? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's hear what you guys are thinking. And with all this being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did and you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming, and I will see you in the next one.